Hi and welcome. Today we are going to learn 5 different handstands on pole. And it's actually 7 handstands because last one has 3 options, but you have to be comfortable with first to do the rest. First one is considered the easiest one. It's shoulder stand or forearm stand, however you want to call it, on pole. So everything from your pinky to your elbow has to be fully on the ground. Make sure none of your elbows are sharply on floor. You have to align both of them equally on the ground. One of your hands grabs the base of the pole and other one just covers on top. Make sure to not cross your fingers so you don't cut blood from them. Even though it looks easier, long term it's not really good for your fingers. Pick one that's gonna hold the pole, other one holds the first palm. And here you're gonna get triangle, and we want to measure that all 3 sides of this triangle are equal. So if you can't tap your elbows, it means you need to bring your hands closer. Face towards the pole, find the triangle position with your arms and place your head inside of this triangle. It's gonna be there temporarily. And just a random fact that might save your life one day, your head is thicker and stronger at the front rather than at the top or back. So try to place your head more like towards your forehead here. Then we are going to raise on your toes and walk with your feet towards the pole until your back is touching the pole and you can't make any more steps towards it. And here are 2 options how to come up. If you're flexible enough, you can raise one of your legs up, find the pole and just bring second leg with it. Or if you can't reach, we are going to make a few strong kicks and then without scissoring, we are going to throw both of your legs out. So one by one, don't switch them in the air. It's really important. And from here there's millions of things you can do. I always like a little lunge, so one of my toes is touching the pole, other one reaches back. Or you can hook your ankle behind the pole, bringing your hips away, look at your fingers. And whenever you are ready, return back to candlestick and dismount, bringing toe by toe on floor. This is it for shoulder stand or forearm stand, call it however you want. Just one important thing that's hard to see when I'm showing the handstand, but it's really important. Once you arrive into handstand, make sure to press into your forearms to lift your head off the floor. Head is there just for the entry part. Handstand number 2 is very similar. It's basically the same handstand, but with your arms straight. We want to keep some space between your fingers, so don't do Barbie hands, but open your palm. Make sure it's not overextended, but there's some space below your fingers. We are going to use your arms to press into the floor, so think of your foot, think of your toes. They are never flat on the ground. There is always a bit of space, like you're trying to grab the floor, open the jar, whatever you like to think of. Now let's find position for your palms. Don't go behind the pole, you're just not gonna be able to balance, and also don't go too far away because it's bad on your wrists. We want to place your palms just like a half palm or palm distance away from pole. And as you might be able to notice already, I don't have my head on pole, I have it on either side. So I choose one of my shoulders and place the meaty part of it on pole. So there's 2 mistakes. You can place your head or you can just miss the shoulder completely. So we don't want to see your shoulder on side, and we also don't want to place your head against the pole because once you kick, you're just gonna bang it and it doesn't feel good. In terms of hand distance one from another, you should have your palms right under your shoulders or just slightly wider. Let's place the shoulder you want on pole, and then whichever shoulder it is, the same side leg is going to kick up. And same thing here, like in previous handstand, the closer you are with your feet to pole, the easier it is to come up. And in this handstand, it's even more important that you don't scissor your legs because now we are a bit unbalanced and symmetrical, so make sure one leg goes first, other one just follows. If you scissor, switch your legs in the air in any handstand, it really slows down the progress and you basically might never be able to even come up for a while. So make a few strong kicks until that side foot is able to touch the pole and bring the other one up. And same here with your legs, do whatever you like. You can hook again, you can open in splits, and then whenever you're ready, make sure to return to candlestick first. We are doing it to not injure your back, so make sure you're neutral first before landing with your toes on floor. And this is it for full arm handstand. For the third handstand, we are now not going to face pole directly, we are going to have it like 45 degrees from your center. In this handstand, only one of my arms is going to be on floor, the way that it's parallel to your eyes. So not vertical, not diagonal like in previous handstand, but fully parallel to your eyes. Grab your pole like we did in the very first handstand, the way that everything from your pinky to your elbow is on the ground, thumb opposite from 4 fingers. Your other side shoulder is going to land on pole the same way like we we did in second handstand. So meaty part on pole, not the side of your shoulder and not the head. Whichever shoulder you have on pole, the same side arm is going to reach up, thumb facing up, and grab the pole. It's kind of similar to princess grip. We are going to pull up with that arm, bottom arm pushes us up. For this handstand, you don't have your head on floor, so keep it lifted up all the time, shoulders down. Tuck your toes and we are going to lift your knees up. Again, walk towards the pole. Whichever hand you have on top on pole, the same side leg is going to make a few strong kicks to meet the pole. To not miss the pole, imagine your knee wants to tap the same side palm. So we basically end up in brass hook. Now you can release your palm and we actually can return to your first handstand. And from the same brass sit, instead of going into handstand, you can just crunch up, do a split or wherever you like and come out of the pole. So you can use it as entry to pole. And keep everything in mind that we just did with your legs because you can use it in the next handstand. Our next one is basically the same handstand but with your outside arm extended. So shoulder position is the same, handstand position like in the second one, so palm is under your shoulder, upper arm is pulling you up, bottom one is pressing you up, and again whichever arm is your upper one, the same side leg is going to kick up a few strong times. And of course, I'm gonna show you more stuff you can do with your legs. Instead of hooking the inside leg, you can tap the pole or you can also just pass by to hook your outside leg. And of course, you can use it in the previous handstand as well. And from here, you can invert because it's basically the outside knee hang. And there is a very common fear with these handstands is that when you kick, you're afraid that you're gonna pass by the pole. And it's actually not too scary. You can turn it into a trick. But one very important thing here to not injure yourself, make sure your hips are reaching up so your toes are reaching down to the floor to land first. So even if you get scared, make sure to never ever round your back because you're gonna land on your hips and you can really hurt yourself. So make sure your toes are the ones to land. I'm gonna show it to you one more time. Let's return into your one arm handstand, and just a reminder, you can also do it with your forearm instead. Then travel past the pole and land on your toes. After you're on your toes, of course, you can bring your hips down. This is it. And now let's connect all of the handstands we just learned into one sequence. We are going to start with one arm handstand, hooking your leg in brass to release the same side hand and hook whichever ankle you want on pole, bringing your hips away from pole. Now bring one of your shoulders on pole just for balance and lower down on your elbows. And here we are. And we are done with this type of handstands. Next block is gonna be a bit different and you don't need to measure it all the time like that, but it's really helpful first few times. You want to place both of your feet on pole to measure distance with your hips away from pole. So wherever your hips were, we're gonna place your hands there instead. And remember what I showed you in the second handstand where we had both of our arms straight? It's basically the same thing, but my stomach is now facing towards the pole. I'm going to raise one of my feet up and place it on pole on the same line with your hips. Press into pole like you're trying to push your hips away, extending that leg, and raise your other leg up right above you. If you want to go into split, you can, but just be careful to not tip over. If it's really hard and you're pressing but you can't come up, you can raise your foot higher up. Just make sure to not go too low because you're just not gonna be able to come up at all. Your foot is gonna slide down, so not good. Try to be on your hip line. Once you feel comfortable with this handstand, we are going to try a more advanced option. Leg that you had free is going to land with your ankle on pole, so leg that was tapping against the pole can go in front temporarily so you can walk towards the pole with your hands and then extend it. If you feel comfortable, return into crucifix and now keep your front leg, so the one that's hooked on pole, keep it there and we can extend the other leg back. And you can either come out reverse way or through the crucifix, return into inversion and dismount. This is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Of course, there are more handstands, but these are just the basic ones, so I want you to do the base first, and please let me know what other handstand or other trick on pole would you like to see next. Thank you for watching me today and feel free to check out my other social media.